Kuwait issues warning to Israel over Qatar attack.
I now give the floor to the representative of Kuwait.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
In the name of God the Merciful, Mr. President, I have the honor of issuing this statement on behalf of the members of the Gulf Cooperation Council, namely UAE, the Kingdom of Bahrain, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the Sultanate of Oman, the State of Qatar, and my country, the State of Kuwait. We congratulate you on acceding to the presidency of the Council this month. And we wish to convey to you our gratitude to Panama for the presidency of the Council last month. We also thank Ms. DiCarlo for her briefing. Mr. President, today we are making this joint statement in order to reaffirm our unwavering solidarity of the Gulf with the brotherly nation of Qatar. We categorically reject any and all violations of its sovereignty, security, and its stability. We recall our collective position, which has remained unchanged, namely that the full responsibility for these heinous acts and their consequences falls on Israel's shoulders squarely. We will not tolerate any attack on the security of our countries or on the stability of our region. Mr. President, we condemn in the strongest possible terms Israel's criminal, cowardly and flagrant attack on Tuesday the 9th of September of this year. That act of aggression constitutes a dangerous and direct escalation against a sovereign Arab state. It was an attack which targeted residential complexes that housed a number of members of the Hamas political bureau in Doha, Qatar. The attack claimed the lives of several people, including a Qatari citizen. Other people were wounded, and the attack occurred in a residential neighborhood which included a school and housing. We convey our condolences to our brothers in Qatar. This aggression is a flagrant violation of international laws and customs. It stands as a grave threat to the peace and security of the Qatari people and the residents of the state of Qatar. We here warn unambiguously regarding the consequences of continuing to violate state sovereignty. National security of states or the countries of the GCC is a red line for us, and similar acts will be met with collective actions, tougher in nature, and legal political measures as deterrents, according to what's agreed upon within international organizations. Mr. President, this aggression occurred as part of systematic policies and continued attempts on Israel's part to undermine regional security and stability. We cannot stand for this irresponsible Israeli behavior, this reckless Israeli behavior which imperils the region's security. We must not tolerate any action which targets our sovereignty and security. This hostile approach will be met with a united stance of the Gulf countries. There will be no compromises made on sovereignty or security. Mr. President, to respond to the heinous attack and to take all measures necessary to respond to it in order to protect its people, defend its sovereignty and its territorial integrity. This includes taking diplomatic, political and/or legal measures. We reiterate that this right is enshrined in the United Nations Charter. We recall that dealing resolutely and firmly with this aggression will act as a deterrent to those threatened those tempted to undermine the security of a state. This aggression was not only against Qatar, but against the region as a whole. The attack constitutes a flagrant threat to international peace and security. We consequently urge the international community as a whole to shoulder its legal and moral responsibilities in terms of these rogue attacks, and we urge the international community to hold the perpetrators accountable. In this connection, we insist that there is a need to adopt decisive, resolute measures as blocks and as regions. This applies also and particularly to the Security Council. The Council must adopt practical and immediate measures, including clear measures to deter any further acts of aggression, and the Council must lever all accountability tools to ensure that this flagrant aggression against the sovereignty of a state that plays a central role in de-escalation efforts does not occur again. Mr. President, we commend the sincere